about immigration and border issues and majority not wanting to extend rights to minority language issues. Can you take your driver's license test in Spanish? There's a lot.
That's great.
We're doing
Okay, all those things
something
around.
involving new people.
Okay.
We're not gonna write that. Is that?
We're not going to. Okay, sorry.
We can just chat.
Another problem with technology. Okay, great. I love that. Yeah.
We talked about birth control and today's issue, contraceptives.
As part of Obama.
Okay, and then you get in also to religious freedom, of course, and protecting the rights and great.
Well, but in the Obamacare issue, I mean, it is specifically majority versus minority. I mean, that was the issue that they raised. That
Yeah.
just because Obamacare was great for the majority, they as a minority didn't have to go along with it.
Okay, great. Great. Love that. Okay, Mel?
There's a couple of things. First, I would avoid immigration because it's governed, immigration per se, not people who have, the rights of people who have immigrated, but immigration per se follows different principles than the things you're going to be talking about. I just
Okay.
wanted to bring that up. But of
Okay.
course, gay rights and the Domer decision have to be part of
Yeah.
the most recent
Yeah.
issues. And indeed, even quotations from Justice Kennedy's decision are very important to read.
Excellent. And another, just as I know people know, another thing that's very culturally sensitive in most of our classrooms, so needs some background, as does immigration. Yeah, but great to bring up. That's such a current topic that they're hearing about.
But also, if we make them like reflect what happened when the first pilgrims came here and Native Americans didn't allow them to come into US.
You mean like naming teams Washington Redskins?
Okay, but I think you're getting it. I'm hearing something different.
Yes.
I mean that the
And because they said, like, the first pilgrims, when they came, Native Americans were living here.
right.
What happened if they didn't allow those ships to arrive to America?
Oh,
And what happened now that we're living here as a citizens and other people look for the opportunity to come here for freedom and for other rights that they don't have in their countries.
right.
And now we are the person that are allowed to say yes or no.
Very interesting. Yeah. Oh, that's great. Okay. Any others? Okay. So just to kind of get you started, and I like that was, Miriam knew the primary source documents are these Supreme Court decisions that are coming out. Of course, there are a lot of letters to the editor about every decision. And I find it's interesting with the Supreme Court decisions, they're obviously written at an extremely high level. So you need to take chunks because there are definite readable chunks in them. You don't want to hand them, here's the majority decision, right? But this is what they said. The description of the facts are usually a very narrative section about what happened, very easy to read. The expression of the enduring principle. But then a lot of what you could do with Supreme Court cases are the letters to the editor and the newspaper articles reporting.
And law
down.
review articles.
Yeah. Okay, good. And then just think about other enduring issues and contemporary applications. But do look at the content guide from the social studies, from the GED testing service. Some of it's very broad. It says civil rights. It says individual rights and responsibilities. But it's interesting the things that are also have their own little line, like Plessy versus Ferguson and Brown versus Board has its own line in the list. Women's suffrage and the Jim Crow laws have their own line. So there is some guidance there about what they really think. Brown versus Board, I said that already. And when you're doing Supreme Court decisions, we noticed this yesterday, there actually is a specific mention of Warren Court decisions, like Brown versus Board and Brandenburg versus Ohio. So there are some pretty specific ideas about what they think somebody at that level should
Roe v.
know.
Wade, that'll get people.
But we have to talk, when she's talking about what's in the
On the list.
on the list. So
Yeah.
that's another piece, is going away from what we feel like, oh, these are things that our students should know about,
Or
but
might even
looking,
be interested in.
or maybe interested
Yeah, you
in.
have to fit it
But
in.
yeah, look at the list, go by the list, and then see. I mean, of course, like bring that in if again that's directly related to one of the enduring issues. But remember, they gave us the answer guide. They told us in an actual meeting that we had with them in your extended responses, the question that they have on those practice problems and as examples are the questions. They will not change that question. They may change what document it
Right.
is.
But you're gonna get the
That is
quote, you're
the-
gonna get the text and the question about the
That is the
enduring
exact one.
issue.
So do
Yeah.
that. They said this is where you teach to the
Yeah, and
test.
actually
Those were
that's
the
my next
exact
slide.
words. So
Yeah.
do not do something weird and fun and funky and try to bring in some new things and here's other ways to do arguments and here's